Another story that we want to talk to them about is we've been hearing that a lot of the people on board the doomed planes actually called 911 and loved ones on cell phones in the minutes just before the jets crashed.
One of those who called was Mark Bingham. He actually called his mother from United Flights 93, which would later crash in Pennsylvania. And this morning his mother talked to Good Morning America.
Well, at 6:45 yesterday morning, the phone rang. A friend of the family, Carol Phipps, answered it, ran to get my sister-in-law, Mark's aunt, Kathy. He said to her, "I wanted to let you know that I love you." And Kathy told him, "Well, we love you, Mark." And then she went to get me. I ran to the phone. Mark said, "Mom, this is Mark Bingham." He gave me his last name. He was so rattled. He said, "I want to let you know that I love you." I told him that we all love him. He said that he was on United Flight 93 from Newark to San Francisco, and that there were 3 guys who had taken over the aircraft, and they say they have a bomb. I asked him, "Who are these people?" And he seemed distracted, didn't hear the question, didn't answer. Then he came back on, said, "It's true." And I said, "I believe you." I told him I love him, and then it went dead. He was not calling from a cell phone. He was calling from the air phone, probably at his seat. He was seated at the back of first class toward the front of the aircraft. It was a pretty light load that day. We were hoping that Mark had a chance to perhaps work with other passengers to thwart the intent of these hijackers.
There are reports that perhaps the passengers on that plane were able to overwhelm the hijackers.
We hope so. We know that Mark was a very active and take-charge guy. He was a large man. It's likely, based on things that we've heard, that he was able to participate in at least thwarting the efforts of these people that took control of the aircraft. We know that of the 4 aircraft that were hijacked, his was the only one that didn't reach its target. And we hope that Mark was able to take an active stand against these folks
when
in any case.
When he called you to express his love to you and to his aunt, did you have a sense from him, or did he say explicitly that he thought this plane was going to go down?
No, he didn't have a chance to say anything like that. I could tell by his voice that he was quite concerned. He was calm, but I could tell he was frightened. Telling me his last name, "This is Mark Bingham." Incidentally, he is a big supporter of Senator John McCain. We were very touched by the eloquence of Senator McCain earlier. He is a very patriotic young man, as is his aunt Kathy. And all of us here, we're very touched by the words of our president. We hope that this horrible set of events will help to bring the American people together in a real effort against this kind of terrorism.
Well, a difficult day across the country today as Americans really try to come to grips with these tragic series of attacks on our country.